They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Arizona Cardinals. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. On first down, Kaepernick. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Well, this defense for the Jags, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Carson the first down and more. And he winds up getting this all the way down to the Jags 34. 41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. This is Carson. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll try the left side. Carson. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7. Here's Kaepernick. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Jaguars are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they picked up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars! Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
Yeah, and this just looked like a simple, ordinary play to start, but boy, did things change. Once he got free, it was off to the races, and once he hit high gear, there's absolutely no one who's going to stop him.
And the next-gen stats show us the tale of how much yardage he was able to tack on after the catch. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. On the return, Devin Duvernay. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right?
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the Jags are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the Cardinals are going to take over here up near the 40.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Kaepernick. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw, Kaepernick. He'll let it go deep for Foster. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. Robert Foster, his first touch. Down here of the new campaign. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mahomes now to throw. Forced out, in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Cameron Hayward able to get him for a loss of about 3. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're going to try and throw. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. And a really unbelievable play there on 4th and long. So on 4th down, a big-time completion. And the defense, they've got to be shaking their heads right now.
Not only shaking their heads, but understand that they committed one of those cardinal sins that they say they can't do at any time. They committed an eye violation, had their eyes in one place, and allowed the deep ball behind them.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Patrick Mahomes, guys, he's playing at such an elite level. Defensively, coming into a game like this, Charles, there's got to be a lot of things, but what worries you the most?
I think you're exactly right about that. The list is extensive about what worries you. The way he can move, make completions on the run, the way he can throw again.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the 1st down sack. Mahomes, he'll drop this one off with ETN. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for third.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after one. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mahomes, and it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Etienne with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Mahomes will throw for it. And they're going to get the two-point conversion. This one's caught. And it stretches their lead up to 8. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
On the tackle, it's Randy Gregory. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Kaepernick now to throw. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And now onto the field comes the Jags offense. They'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defense.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for 1st and 10. Now a throw here hauled in. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. To throw is Kaepernick. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Robert Foster with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. Kaepernick looking to throw for it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they...
They've got his man complete. Odell Beckham Jr. Touchdown, Jaguars. Well, normally the first thing most fans think of with Odell Beckham are the one-handed catches, right? But he's also pretty darn good, Charles, with the ball already in his hands.
And I caught a quick glimpse of him before the ball was snapped, and there was something about his body language where you could tell early in this play he wasn't just thinking first down. He was thinking end zone, and he got there.
Mahomes now going to lead his guys up for the 2-point try. They'll look to throw. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them. But he identified an open target and put it right on him.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They run it with Carson. Oh, some strong running. 63 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Kaepernick now on 1st down. He'll let it go deep for Foster. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now it's Carson. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. To throw, it's Kaepernick. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Davis. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on third down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it and were able to keep the drive moving.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. To throw, Kaepernick. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown. Gabriel Davis. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals cut into that lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Here's Kaepernick to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And the Jaguars are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Takes it at the 7. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. It's a big play for the Jaguars. And he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
On first down, Mahomes. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Throwing now is Mahomes. Here's a diving catch right side. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Keyshawn Johnson there to make the grab. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Mahomes now going to lead his guys up for the 2-point try. Now Mahomes. And the Jags are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. So they go with the pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts, passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational. You have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Jags will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. But that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. He completes it to Beckham. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
The partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
Mahomes now on first down. This will be caught by Brown. And he goes diving to get as much as he can, following a big gain. A nice little cherry on top there at the end. A big play that time on the catch and run. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne. As the first half is winding down, and the Jaguars would extend their lead here just before halftime. And again, it's Mahomes. And make him 4 for 4 now on two-point conversions as he'll take this one in for the score. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Uncorks one for Davis. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks. Like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with the coach and our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. He's going to go up top again. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big connection on that one. 38 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Got him in. It's Brown. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush. A lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Odell Beckham with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Jaguars take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Mahomes to throw once more. And this is going to be caught. We're not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it. Can extend this lead out even further.
Well, I guess when you're hot, I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On 1st down, it's Carson. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 78 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Kaepernick. And that is caught. It's Davis. Touchdown, Cardinals. Gabriel Davis with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Cardinals are able to make things a bit more respectable. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. To throw, Kaepernick. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space from the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out. Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. Mahomes' throw complete there to Johnson. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big 3rd quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Now here's Mahomes. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. He's got it at the 15. And he will get this into the end zone for the Jaguar touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, he can do everything seemingly, and that time he just reared back and let it fly. Mahomes now going to lead his guys up for the two-point try. Mahomes will throw for it. And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. Two-point conversion makes this lead even bigger. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. He goes 81 yards on the kickoff return. And the Cardinals claw one back. And now once again, they'll line up to go for two. They'll try and throw for it. And the Cardinals are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And around the goal line, especially on two-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Taking it about the 1.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And he's got it. Got his man on the in route. Complete. And they work this out past the 25. Mahomes now on first down. And he can't escape, and down he goes. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He finds his target, Beckham. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. And there's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
And going deep downfield for Boykin.
And this is caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
The one thing that we know for sure, do not question the arm strength of Patrick Mahomes, one of the strongest around.
Zuerlein now for the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
Oh, the return is Duvernay.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He's at the 40. Past the 20. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Arizona.
I can't help it, partner. I get fired up. 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns in the same game. This is fun to watch.
Yeah, we call a lot of games in a lot of different places. Sometimes it seems like we do it simultaneously, but we rarely get to see this. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Still comfortably on top, third quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes. Flushed out right. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Mahomes going to throw. Here's Johnson with a reception. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. To throw, it's Mahomes. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And this one is incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Looks for Beckham again. This time he finds it. Touchdown, Jaguars! Odell Beckham, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Jaguars are closing in on a third straight victory to start the campaign. Mahomes now going to lead his guys up for the two-point try. They'll look to throw. Going for Boykin, but it is intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini-losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. They've got his man complete. Touchdown. Gabriel Davis, 72 yards. And the Cardinals get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Well, yes, that's his third touchdown catch, which is very impressive, but on the scoreboard, they're still struggling.
So safe to say that without him, my goodness, yikes, they are in major league trouble. He's doing his best to try and keep them in the game.
He's got it at the 2, and he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge.
The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
It's almost human nature, isn't it? They score on one play. You come out on offense, you try and do exactly the same thing. They tried the deep ball. Couldn't quite connect, but give them an A for effort.
To throw again on second down. Mahomes. And going deep downfield for Boykin. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by the rookie Greg Newsome. And the Cards are going to get the football back at their own 17. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time, the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a let.
He's got a man, complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Robert Foster, 83 yards. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. Kaepernick looking to throw for it. And the Cardinals are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. He hits the big target for the two-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Over the middle, complete. It's Brown. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Cardinals are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the fourth quarter.
It certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team.
This is taken around the 12. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. He'll let it go deep for Foster. And now here's another interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And he'll be marked down at the 2-yard line. From their own 2, Charles, they opted to throw it instead of run it. We saw the outcome.
And I think what a lot of teams count on is defenses to stack the line of scrimmage, trying to force a safety or force a turnover there. But if you've got a good defensive front, you just allow them to play the run, and everyone else stays ready, and they picked that one off.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Kaepernick. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an
touchdown, Cardinals.
Gabriel Davis
from 3 yards out. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. So here's a big play for the Cardinals as they'll go for 2. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Takes it at the 7.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 8-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
In his own end zone, it's Mahomes. He completes it to Beckham. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. On 1st down, Mahomes. He's going deep for Brown.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
Now Mahomes.
And going deep downfield for Boykin.
That's caught inside the 20. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Miles Boykin.
64 yards.
And the Jaguars are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
Mahomes now going to lead his guys up for the 2-point try. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Throwing on 1st down is Kaepernick. Got an open man, it's Foster. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Passing lanes, tough to come by with so many defensive backs on the field here late in the game. And it's not just the number of bodies, it's their quickness and their agility that makes it tough to complete a pass.
From the gun, it's Kaepernick. And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Well, they knew a lot of steps had to happen here. They got step one, the touchdown. You need a two-point conversion here, don't you?
You do, and as you continue to look ahead, if they're able to get that, somehow get the ball back and get another score, they have to go for two again. That's why teams are practicing multiple two-point plays.
We saw that in Super Bowl 51 with the Patriots getting a pair of big two-point conversions. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. A very pivotal two-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the fourth quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a one-score game, right? Touchdown, get two, and now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. My word, it'll be nothing short of a monstrous loss on the play, and that's going to bring up a second and about a mile here. To throw is Mahomes. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And going deep downfield for Boykin. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You always think about picking up the first down, but in this case, they were thinking about something bigger. They were thinking about the home run shot and took it downfield. Unable to connect, but admire the effort.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Back to throw, Mahomes. And that is incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And, boy, that means this next drive is going to start at the 3-yard line. So quite a turn of events. This is 1st and goal from the 3. Now Kaepernick. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. To throw is Kaepernick. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Kaepernick to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
So still a small chance here with a little over 30 seconds to go, but they're definitely going to need this one to bounce their way. And this is going to be recovered by the Jaguars. And that should just about do it. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Mahomes going to throw it here. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down.
A give running right, Etienne.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that will extend their lead even further.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And this is taken in at the 5. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Jaguars, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Arizona, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams.